Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom, shalom. It's your brother Dargabar with a quick lesson. Just meditating on the end. That's what I'm going to title this, meditating on the end. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises to the one true power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world inwardly calls Jesus the Christ. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the elder prophets who've been ruling well through the Spirit, bringing forth 100% the Most High's doctrine. Lord willing, they can continue to endure and be sincere. Mighty shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered four corners of the earth, believing and teaching His word. Lord willing, they can continue to endure and be sincere. Shalom to the Akwathium that are believers of His word. Lord willing, they can continue in their lot, pursuing to be a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. Again, I'm just titling this meditating on the end. Not going through crazy verses. It's just a few verses that I was just observing. This is Second Esdras, the 7th chapter, verse 43 to 44. This is really the main point, but I added like a few more scriptures, right? It says, but the day of doom, which goes into the word woe, shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, and intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up, right? Because the truth is going to take away the victory. And when you read this, you first have to think of Israel. Iniquity is out of our nation, right? The doom shall be the end of this time, and 2/3 will fall into that doom, right? Wherein corruption is past, right? This iniquity, infidelity, intemperance, it's gonna be removed out of Israel, and of course out of the world, right? Righteousness is gonna grow, right? That light of righteousness is gonna shine forevermore. Right? I want to read Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 45 to 47, in the KJV and in the NLT, right? So this is Isaiah chapter 51, verse 45. It says, my people, go ye out of the midst of her, and deliver ye every man his soul from the fierce anger of the Lord Yahweh, and lest your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Therefore, behold, the days come that I will do judgment upon the graven images of Babylon, and her whole land shall be confounded, and all her slain shall fall in the midst of her. Right? I'm reading NLT. Verse 45, come out, my people, flee from Babylon, save yourselves. Now this is going in the spirit, because even when you go into Revelations 18:4, it's not come, because the great deliverance is in America. He's talking about, spiritually and mentally we have to come out of here, because Yahweh Shai is going to save us physically. Come out, my people, flee from Babylon, save yourselves, run from the Lord's fierce anger. How do we do that in the spirit? By running to His wisdom, knowledge, understanding, because He said, first seek the kingdom of heaven, right? Verse 46, but do not panic. Don't be afraid when you hear the first rumor of approaching forces, for rumors will keep coming year by year. Violence will erupt in the land as the leaders fight against each other, right? And we're seeing rumors, MOTB, war this, right? We got new viruses coming out, right? 47, it says, for the time is surely coming when I will punish this great city and all her idols. Her whole land will be disgraced, and her dead will lie in the streets, right? Because Babylon, especially in ancient time, was known for false idols, and that's brought into America, right? Like Babylon, it reflects on all the main captivities, even the lesser ones, right? The main ones being like Egypt, Babylon, the Greek, the Rome. Rome is definitely a complete, right? Because America definitely try to reflect itself on American captivity. To switch it, America is symbolic to all the ones that I just said to make it more clear. Salaki, right? Now you jump to Isaiah 47. And Lord willing, I'm gonna do another video, cause like when you really meditate on scriptures, you have to have faith. Yeah, I might have to do a lesson on faith again, cause people don't really understand what's the point of reading, what's the point of teaching every day, what's the point of going in this word, is because your faith draw you to, right? But Isaiah 47:1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." She's a virgin because she hasn't been touched, right? America is a daughter of a daughter Babylon because America haven't been touched, right? Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldees, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Tender and delicate because of the children of Israel, but really because of the possessions that it hold, right? America is delicate. It was something I was thinking I had wrote down. Where is it? Oh, shoot. And you got to know the connection of America in a religious way, in a financial way, in a military way. America is based for the military, right? For the elites, right? Because this is a battleship or battle war, right? The elites have war tactic in America and war tactic in Russia, right? But just dealing with America, because when we go dealing with the Europe thing, city and state, London is the financial part of this beast. The Vatican is the religious part of this beast. Washington, D.C. is the military part of this beast. Because we're really dealing with the beast in Daniel, the 7th chapter, right? And that's why your faith will draw you back to these lessons. Oh yeah, Daniel 7, right? Because we need to be aware of our enemies, right? So you see that. Let's go to Isaiah, the 13th chapter, and read in verse 19 to 22. It says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees," which these was Ethiopians in ancient time, right? And then mixing with other people, but the Chaldees of today would be the so-called white man and woman, right? "Shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah." So this Babylon is going to be just like Sodom and Gomorrah when the Lord overthrew it, and shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Well, when you go over there, right, all the way over across the hemisphere, it's people walking across there, making shop. And it said it won't be inhabited from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tents there. Right? Guess what? They are pitching tents there. Neither shall the shepherds make their foes there. So it would contradict ancient Babylon, because it's people over there. So this is talking about the new. And if you are a children of the Lord, you're going to get it, right? 21, it says, "But the wild beasts of the desert," which we'll look at like dragons, lizards, reptiles, vultures, right? "Wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged," right? Her days are not going to be prolonged. And every day we're seeing, like, this is why I try to look at this world like it's about to completely shut down, you know? To go back to Second Ezra real quick, chapter 7, um, verse 43 again, it says, "But the day of doom shall be the end of this time." So that doom is America, right? America's still moving. So for this time when America falls, that is the beginning of the terror of Esau. Let alone he's going to have a continued terror after America's fall, his military, let alone Israel, right? All his foundations will be destroyed and they're going to go in hiding. And when the Lord call his elect fishers, that's going to turn into hunters, we're going to hunt for them that are in hiding. And we're going to reestablish this earth in the order that Yahweh Shemel Shai wants it. And it says, in the beginning of immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. So I'm gonna get a precept for the immortality, because we need it. You want to meditate. This is going to happen. You know, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 53 to 54. It says, "For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory," right? And that is sin, you know? And this is really towards Israel, right? Israel is going to have incorruptible bodies. We're going to tear away with this captivity of flesh. All praise be to the Most High. Lord willing, we of that number. Call Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Barakia. You know, you want the Lord to bless you with that, but you want to ask the Lord to bless you with more of his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, so you can walk the just walk, right? And endure to the end, you know? It excites me to hear terror. It excites me to hear about immortality or powers, because that's what you hope for. And it does something within you to make you draw towards it, right? Because you have to press towards your mark. Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 54, it says, "Sorrow are past, and in the end is shown the treasures of immortality." Woo! "And there ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. For when they had taken liberty, freedom, they despised the Most High." Right? We can go to Second Ezra, the 9th chapter on that too. Because the people that despise the ways of the Lord, they're going to know death by pain. "Thought scorn of his law and forsook his ways. Moreover, they had trodden down his righteous and said in their heart," right? The righteous is going to get trodden. When we look in Second Ezra, they're going to be coming through all Israel, all people houses, and tearing it up, right? And even the chosen, the true children of the Lord, is going to be known in that day, right? It says, "And said in their heart that there is no God." Yeah. "And that knowing they must die." Some people say in their heart God is not real. "For as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it was not his will that men should come to naught, but they which be created have defiled the name of him." Right? We profane the name of the Lord and continue using Jesus, Yahuwah, and Yeshua, and want to argue the fact that that's his name. We have to be sure on the name, because it can tear away the children of Israel, right? The name of him that made them, and were unthankful. And that's the difference. Some people now fighting for the name. They're like, oh, you have a name doctrine. Well, that's part of the doctrine. Is the name, you know? And what he said in Second Ezra chapter 2, "Who stood firmly for the name of the Lord," right? "And were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them. And therefore is my judgment now at hand. These things have I not showed unto all men, but unto thee. and a few like thee, right? Because this is only for a few. Second Esdras, the 14th chapter, the Lord told him, give some of these things to the worthy and unworthy, and keep the secret things to the wise people. Then answered I and said, Behold, Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times. But at what time thou had not shown me. Right? All praises to the Most High for that. Right? Let's go to another one, because this is really directly for the elect. Right? Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 verse 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of God. There shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. Right? We talking about the torment as in the nukes being finished. Right? And their departure is taken for misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. That's what this is about. Meditating on the end, meditating on more immortality. No pain, no stress, no death, right? And having been a little chastised, because the Lord chastised the one he loves, and the one that he loves are going to know that they're being chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For God proved them and found them worthy for himself, right? The Lord seen that you are worthy to chastise, worthy to put you through suffering. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. Esau is really the stubble. Judah and Joseph is a fire and a flame, right? They shall judge the nations, and that just made me think of Brightburn, right? Judge the nations and have dominion over the people. Because in Brightburn, the whatever was, I'm gonna say, the spirit was speaking to him and told him to take the world, right? The Lord is gonna put on us to take the world, take the dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. This is the point. Outside the other one of immortality, they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he have care for his elect. Right? The saints is Israel, technically the elect of the elect. But the Lord later on is going to have mercy on all his saints, which is all Israel. And if you don't get it, it's Romans, the 11th chapter, verse 26. You can't take away reincarnation when we get to the heavens, because all the ones that died is going to come back. America is not burning forever. It's going to burn for a point of time. And you got to know, the children of Israel have a burning spirit in them, especially the teachers. They have a ministering fire in them. How are we going to burn forever in another fire? Right? That's just a judgment and a punishment. Let alone the top elites are going to be preserved for slavery, and you just saying that 2/3 that rebelled against the Lord is going to burn forever, and the elites was doing even as worse as them, and they're not the children of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Even though later on they're going to be distinguished, but you have to know what is mercy if the Lord don't show mercy to the remnant that's going to be destroyed. Let alone the Lord is showing mercy to all the 12 tribes. All the 12 tribes had to go through 14 captivities if we was to total it out. Israel as a whole, even the righteous and the unrighteous, had to be persecuted. Make it all make sense. That's mercy of the Lord in itself, you know. But he have cared for his elect, because he's going to scarcely save his elect from that terror. The rest of Israel ain't going to be saved through that terror. They're going to have to be reborn through the loins of men. Look at Saul. Saul went right to the spirit world, and he didn't obey the Lord. He died and killed himself. And his son died by an arrow. And he was wicked. Saul, the house of Saul had to come back, because Saul's house was always against the house of David. And that goes back to me saying I'm going to have to do another lesson on faith, because the scriptures is so deep, right? But right there and then, you'll understand the ones that trust in the Lord is going to make sure you understand the truth. The truth is Yahweh Shai. The truth is the word. So they're going to understand 100% truth from Genesis to 2nd Maccabees, Genesis to Revelations, right? Lord willing, you get it. And if you don't, it wasn't for you. right? This is Sirach Ecclesiasticus chapter 19, verse 19. I start at 18. It says, the fear of the Lord Yahweh Shemar Shai is the first step to be accepted of him. Ooh, say that one more time. It says, the fear of the Lord Yahweh Shemar Shai is the first step to be accepted of him. Wisdom obtaineth his love, because wisdom makes action, and it is truth. So the fear of the Lord is to abstain from all evil. That's the first step to accepted of him. 19 is the point. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord Yahweh Shemar Shai is the doctrine of life, right? And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality, right? And everything throughout the whole Bible was taught to us how to please Yahweh Shemar Shai. Again, Lord willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect, whoever it may be. Meditate on the end. Meditate on meditate on immortality. Lord willing, this was edifying. If it wasn't, till next time. Shalom.